Good morning, Tommy. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is having a blessed or good Sunday night / Monday morning wherever you are in the world right now. I hope the internet is cooperating, and it looks like it is. I think the picture's coming through pretty clear. Hey, Richard, thanks for joining. I always appreciate your help, man. I have got some very interesting news for you guys. Let me say good morning to everyone first. One Hungry Traveler, good morning to you. Thank you for showing up. Hey, Jim, good to see you as always, my friend. Jono, good to see you. Enzo, what's up, man? I experienced something yesterday that I didn't think was possible, and it was buying insurance in Thailand. Hey, Mitchell. Dan says, no pink shirt, morning, man. I know, I already wore it one time this week. Fish, good evening to you, sir. Mike, what's up? So let me kind of briefly, and I'm going to stop and say hey to people and answer some comments as I go along, but let me tell you kind of briefly what happened. A friend of mine went through an agency and went to the Bank of Thailand, right? Or Thailand National Bank, I can't remember, one of the two. And for 700 baht, he got 70,000 baht worth of accidental insurance, okay? Which is a great deal. Hey, Gordon, good morning to you, sir. Coconut water, because coconut water is life. Hey, Gio, good morning. So I already have a bank account here, and I really didn't want to go through an agency. The reason, hey Bill, Mohammed, hi, how are you? I really didn't want to go through an agency because sometimes agencies can be sketchy. Not saying that my friend went through a sketchy agency, that's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm just saying me personally, for my own personal peace of mind. Hey Steve, Swas, good morning to you, sir. Hey Aubrey. For my own peace of mind, I wanted to go through and do it myself. So I went to my bank, and the first thing that they offered me, that I purchased two things yesterday from the bank. And you can do this from the bank. That's what I couldn't believe. Hey, Jenny. Chris, what's up, buddy? The first thing I purchased was a extra card on top of the first card that I purchased. And this card, through my bank, I've told the people in the Facebook group what bank I use, because that is a confidential group, and I trust that they will not give my banking account information away. So if you want to see stuff like that, you need to be a part of the Facebook group. Hey Craig, thank you so much for the comment. John, what's up, buddy? So this card in and of itself, for loss of life, dismemberment, loss of sight, or permanent disability from an accident, it pays 200,000 baht. For murder or assault, 100,000 baht, excuse me. Driver or being passenger of a motorcycle, that includes motorcycle and car, by the way, I checked. 50,000 baht is the benefit amount on that. Good morning, Mr. Bruno. Public accident benefit, 200,000 baht. Now, what is public accident benefit? Hey, Ty, good to see you, man. Hey, AJ. Public accident is if you are on a train, plane, bus, any of that stuff here in Thailand, you're covered for up to 200,000 baht of injury. That's quite a lot of baht. Medical expenses, including driver or being passenger, up to motorcycle. This gives me an additional 10,000 baht to cover me. Hey Mark, good morning. Gio says, I use Roam Right, never had to use it so far, but it's nice to know it's protecting me. I'll check that out. Thank you, Gio. And the fifth thing this thing gives me is benefit income when treated as hospital's inpatient as a result of covered accidents that has been in effect for over 4 consecutive days. It gives me 10,000 baht. Okay. I bought that plan for 1,000 baht. So I got all that coverage for 1,000 baht, which is basically 30 bucks. All right. Let's see. Sweaty says, or excuse me, Swath says Bangkok Bank has good accident health insurances. I've heard that. I may be opening an account with them, but you got to remember, guys, for health insurance, I already have health insurance through my job, which is only $750 a month. So that covers, like, if I get sick and need to go to the doctor or that kind of thing, right? I can go to the public hospital here, and it covers it, no problem. Frank says, thank you, Jeremy. I need to check if my bank offers these things. Tommy says, these are the kind of tips that help us future expats. I agree, Tommy. That's one reason why I'm doing this. Now, for the big stuff. So I actually bought a what they call a platinum debit card through my bank, and this is in addition to what I just read you, okay? So the first one cost me $1,000. This cost me $3,000, what I'm about to read you. And all of this together was a total of 4,000 baht. I want you to think about that for a second. So about, for about 40 bucks roughly, right? I think, yeah, for about 40 bucks, I got all this insurance. And I can't wait for you guys to hear it. Blue Cross Blue Shield is accepted in certain prees here. Where are you sitting, Chonburi? No, I'm not in Chonburi. So the Platinum card offers loss of life, dismemberment, loss of sight, permanent disability from accidents, 500,000 baht in Thailand, or 1 million baht worldwide. This gives worldwide coverage. So if I go back to America, it covers me for 1 million baht. How about that? Now you have to bring the receipts of the payment to the hospital that you made, but they will cover you for 1 million baht if something like that happens, or if I die or get permanently disabled for something. Not bad, right? 400 Thai baht equals $130. No. That's completely incorrect. 4,000 baht equals $130. 4,000 baht equals $130. Yes, you're correct. Excuse me. I apologize. $130. Correct. You're right. 130 bucks. Still, change, right? I was very, very, very excited to get all this for $130, and you're all right. I don't know why I said 30 and 40. It's early in the morning. Mark says, I have health insurance with Kasakran Bank. They have different plans. Mine is 7,000 baht for 12 months. Yeah, this is a 12-month program as well. Hey, Elite, good to see you, man. George, nice coverage. You can now join the stream. 400 baht is $12. Yep, I made a mistake on the math there, Richard. Sorry about that. Craig's at 4,000 baht per month or per year. Dan says, how much is wrong? Okay, he's asking him. Now, number two, with this Platinum card I got purchase protection. This is to cover accidental damage to purchased item that is bought and paid by the card. No, I have not eaten already. So when you purchase an item using the card, it gives you this kind of protection. A minimum claim value of 3,000 baht per item, maximum 2 claims per card holder per calendar year, and it covers 30 days from the date of purchase. Now, the insurance it gives you is 35,000 baht per item, maximum 2 items per card holder, covers both on and offline purchases. Actually, skydiving is not covered, Richard. Sorry, man. Dan says, hey, how hard do you think it'll be to make a claim on your insurance? Hopefully, I'll never have to make one, but I don't think it will be too hard. These people explained it pretty well, and it seemed pretty simple. Number 3, ATM theft. Reimburse insured for the money that insured withdrew from any ATM of my bank in Thailand using my Platinum card against a robbery event that occurs within 30 minutes of the withdrawal of money. So in other words, if I withdraw money and get robbed within 30 minutes, they will reimburse me the money that I withdrew. Are you experienced? Hey man, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Lewis, how are you? Canceling skydiving trip. I hear you, Richard. ATM skimming. This says if your platinum card was not lost or stolen, but unauthorized charges were made through ATM withdrawal from any ATM of the bank that I'm with, your payment card information, you will be reimbursed the said unauthorized charges, but not exceed sum insured indicated by policy. And that insured is bought $5,000 per occurrence and bought $10,000 in aggregate. Territorial, so it means in Thailand only. By the way, the purchase protection is both Thailand and worldwide. That was number 2 that I read. That's pretty good insurance, man. That's pretty good insurance, I have to say. What did I miss here? Let's see. Soka, hello JC, can you pass some coconut water through the web? Haha. Best I can do is drink it for you. Gil says, when you apply for travel insurance, are there a lot of factors? I've never applied for travel insurance. This is not travel insurance. This is travel insurance. This is insurance through my bank. This is not like what's the name of that company? Cigna. This is not like a travel insurance plan. I would imagine it would be a lot of paperwork from there. Hey, if you guys are enjoying the content, hit the like button. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. And I want to thank you guys that contribute both in the comments and monetarily to this channel. You guys have made a huge difference this month, and I really, really genuinely appreciate it. I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate the sponsored content through PayPal, and some of you have just contributed because you enjoy the content. And I really just want to say thank you for that very, very much. You guys have no idea how much you help me out. Noah says, hey man, I'm making a lot of online income as a young man in my 20s. Which visa should I try to get for a long-term stay in Thailand? I would go to thaivisa.com and they will answer that question for you because I am not a visa expert by any means, Noah. Not trying to deflect your question. I just don't want to give you the wrong answer, bro. John, good morning to you, John Ross. Friends, what is up, my brother? I just saw the picture of your DoMoreLife t-shirt that you ordered from Teespring, and I very much appreciate it, which, by the way, guys, Teespring is available. DoMoreLife merchandise is available through Teespring at the link below in the description. Crypto says, just left Bangkok, first time visit. It was amazing. Yes, Bangkok is amazing. Lewis says, all good here. Green Army, what's up, bro? Dan says, have you gotten acclimated to the food yet? No, I probably never will, but I'm trying. Zavani, hi from Arizona. Fran says, yes, in Bangkok Tuesday. Richard, excited to see you in Germany next week. Absolutely, we're excited to see you too, friends. Our experience says, got my travel vaccines yesterday. Awesome, bro. Lewis says, is this life insurance? It does. It has a life insurance clause in it. 500,000 baht in country and 1 million baht out of country. AM, is it good enough to opt out of buying travel insurance for 3 months for $330 in the States when I buy a flight ticket? In my opinion, this is pretty good stuff. You have to make that call for yourself because only you really know your health needs. How long do stomach bugs hang out? It depends on what kind you get, really. John says, what is the reputation of the insurance company on reimbursing claims? So this is not an insurance company. This is a bank, and they have their own little insurance. They go through an insurance company, but I don't know. I didn't read up on it. What I have heard is it works well from the bank. Hi from Alabama. D, good to see you, man. Dan says, I like pizza company, though. I hear you, man. I do, too. Our experienced travel doctor told me there is malaria in Koh Chang if you plan on going there. Ooh, I didn't know that. And yes, I do plan on going there sometime. Fran says, excellent quality merchandise, fabric, and t-shirts are great. Good. Thank you, Fran. Appreciate that. There are some things that are excluded. And you can read all this through your bank or your policy. But for me, it's like actions of the insured witless under the influence of alcohol or drugs or harmful nature. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that. incapable of controlling the senses is the textbook definition of that. Suicide or suicide attempt. Certain types of bacterial infections like rabies. Let's see. Abortion is excluded. Dental care is excluded. Certain types of back pain are excluded, but it has to be like a herniated disc, prolapsed disc, degeneration, something like that. War and nuclear weapon, damage from nuclear weapons are also not listed. Let me see if I missed any comments here. Right, Rupert says, I'm going to Koh Chang March 12th through 27th. Okay, take your malaria meds. I believe they'll give you some doxycycline or something like that. Went to Koh Samui not knowing there was a hurricane hitting 12 hours out. Oops. Green Armor says the bank's there. That's something not here in the U.S. I agree. Also, there are some things like if you're in if you are boxing, parachute jumping, skiing, skating, disembarking, or being a passenger in a balloon or glider, bungee jumping, rock climbing, mountaineering, and all diving with oxygen tanks. That's excluded also, because basically it's saying you're putting yourself in harm's way. Let's see here. Daniel says, hey man, when are you going to do a vlog around the bars around Terminal 21? That's an excellent idea, Daniel. Richard, can you make note of that, please? D says, does it snow in Chiang Mai? No. Randall, do you get a discount from your company on insurance? Does gender transformations include? I don't even think that it's not even gender is not even mentioned in my paperwork. Randall, it's a good question though. So my insurance through my company is a completely separate thing from what I'm talking about now. The insurance through my company covers hospital visits at one hospital at the town I live in. So if I get sick, I can go there and they cover me. You know, if I have the flu or get, you know, some kind of stomach bug or something, I can go there and I'm covered. This is all accidental insurance right here. Basically, it's all accidental insurance. Tommy says, Richard, when you decide to retire, well, that's a good question for Richard. Dan says, I like when I see Pizza Hut. Gary said, hey Gary, love the fish foot thing. Yeah, it was funny, man. You should have been there. It was great. Gio says, what snack food do you miss from the States? That's a good question. I have to get back to you on that. If you guys haven't seen the fish foot pedicure, you guys need to watch that and watch Richard have a total meltdown because that was funny. It's the last video I released on the channel. It was really, really, really funny. Crypto says, how much did you save before taking the plug under 100K? I'm not sure what you mean. Our experience says, fun fact, last time it snowed in Thailand was 1955 in Chiang Rai. Really? That's interesting. What else we got here? Everything is insured that's bought through the card. Exclusion, lost items which are stolen or mysteriously disappear. That's lost items, by the way. That means if you leave something laying around and they can prove it, then they won't cover it. Gio says, well, the fish were attacking his legs, it's not his feet. Unlocked or unattended, left in public sight, things like that. Missed delivery. However, it will also cover if the postal service makes a mistake. It's talking about if you put the wrong address on the merchandise that you ordered. If you put the wrong address on there, then it's your fault, not theirs. But if the postal service makes a like a mistake and delivers it to the wrong place, then that your covered for up to 35,000 baht. Let's see. It won't cover tickets. I might imagine that. Damage caused by animals to property. It won't covers that, or it won't cover that. Items purchased for resale or commercial use. It won't cover that. And that's really about all of the main things, guys. But just to kind of recap here, what I got through the Platinum card was personal accident, 3 sections of this, 500,000 baht or 1 million worldwide of lost life, dismemberment, loss of sight, or permanent disability from accidents or murder or assault. Loss of life, dismemberment caused by a motorcycle rider or passenger and or car, 150,000 baht or 300,000 baht worldwide. Medical, no limit of number of occurrence, and extend to any accidents caused by a motorcycle, or in this case motorcycle or car, as rider or passenger, including from murder to assault, maximum 20,000 baht per time. So that's like real accident insurance, and it's the same worldwide as well. Let me see here what we got going on. Is chiropractic care included in the insurance? Randall, to the best of my knowledge, it's not. However, I will tell you that chiropractic care is cheap here. It's really cheap. I don't really think you need insurance for that. Thanks, Richard, for keeping everybody in check. Gio says, I'm going to try Brock's Pizza this trip. You should. It's a great place. Tell them we sent you. Gary, you are the man. You are the man. You are the man. You are the man. Thank you so much for the contribution. You have no idea how much it helps. I truly appreciate you, bro. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Not sure what the first Dan meant. The other Dan says, what, no monkey coverage? Yeah, no monkey coverage. We have a video coming out later this week. I'm getting YouTube. It also has like a crocodile show and some other things. So I want to be sure that nobody's going to flag it for, you know, harm to animals or dangerous acts or any of that stuff. So I'm going to send it to YouTube first and let them decide. That way, if I need to edit anything out, I can. That way nobody can strike it for anything. Randall says, you never know how job your insurance is until you use it. Yes, and that's true. And I have effectively used my job insurance before, and it worked perfectly, seamlessly, no problem. Thanks, Brett, for it. Craig says, did you have a degree or did you just get a TEFL? I got a degree at a university in America, at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, and I got a TEFL online through Full Sail University. Richard's got an announcement about Super Chats, and he is 100% correct. Soka says, yes, Richard, that video was to die for. I was in the stitches the whole time just thinking about that video. Chug says, does it cover injury from a wild bar girl attack? I don't. If it puts you in the hospital, it might. We're lagging a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. The internet's going to come and go occasionally from time to time. Sorry about that again. Farhan says, finally managed to catch your live stream. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you got to catch it. Definitely glad you got to catch it. Are you experienced says, oh, he's laughing at Chug. Daniel says, hey, bud, when are you going back to get your haircut finished? Yeah, she went a little thin on the sides yesterday. But, you know, it happens. That's funny, though. That's very funny. Hardwire says, that's one tight cut. I know, right? She went really, really tight on the sides. A little bit too tight. But I try not to complain unless it's just, like, hard. Gary, I want to thank you again for the contribution, man. That's a huge contribution, and it would definitely go a long way. I really appreciate that. Dan says, go Tar Heels. Absolutely. Tar Heel fan for life. John says, Pui and John say hey from Vietnam. Well, hello, Pui and John. Good to see you guys. Mr. Joseph, good evening, sir. Sitting here in Ohio watching it snow. Well, that must be nice. I would like to see a little bit of snow, I'm not going to lie. Erwin says, hi, Jeremy. Keep up the good vlogs, live and others. We'll do my best, sir. Beach Hunter says, hey, JC and Richard, SoCal. Good to see you here, man. Green Army says, the fish, the video, don't miss it. Yeah, check it out. It's funny. France says he needs a haircut, too. Randall Payne says, do your thing. Nah, I don't know what that means. But we'll keep doing our thing for sure. Dan says, cool, man. I didn't know you had earned a 4-year lambskin. Respect. Yeah. Richard says, is everyone subscribed to this channel? Have you enabled notifications so you never miss a live stream? Richard's got a good point. If you don't want to miss any content, make sure you subscribe and make sure you click the bell. So you don't miss any of these live streams. We got like 62 people watching now, which is a fairly reasonable number for early on a, what's the day? Thursday morning? Not bad. Butch says, hello from Wisconsin. Hello to you, Butch. Hardwire says, fish petty was funny. Yes, it was. So pretty much what I did, guys, was I bought myself 30,000 baht worth of accident insurance, and then a whole bunch of extras, which is like, you know, coverage to misplaced items, lost or stolen items, ATM problems, skimming from ATMs, being robbed after an ATM withdrawal, things of that nature. All that stuff's covered, and I bought all that for 4,000 baht for 1 year. So I have to say, in my personal opinion, yes, that's $130. I do stand corrected. I apologize for saying 30 and 40 other. My decimals get out of place sometimes. But in my opinion, it was well worth it. And I recommend that all you guys who want to come over here and stay for any length of time, check that out. Now, let me also add that you have to have, to the best of my knowledge, some type of non-immigrant visa in order to do this stuff, whether that be a marriage visa, a retirement visa, an educational visa, a volunteer visa, a non-B visa, which is what I have. So, you know, a non-O, a non-OA, and there are various types of visas that you can get. Let's see, Hardwire says, did you pay all up front or payment? I paid it all up front. 4,000 baht, just up front, definitely. AM says, hell yeah, I'll do that next time I come over. You should do that. It's very good protection, because if you go to the hospital and you show them your insurance cards, both of them, like, actually I have 3 of them now because my debit card serves as a insurance card. I have an actual insurance card, and then I have another insurance card through my job. So I'm kind of covered, guys. I don't really see the need in getting traveler's insurance until I start venturing out of Thailand, which may come sooner rather than later. When I say venturing out, I plan on keeping Thailand as a home base eventually, but I told you guys you were going to see more of Richard, and over the weekend, Richard and I are going to do some talking, and he's going to be participating a lot in the channel, and that may enable me to get out and travel a lot sooner than, you know, next year this time. Daniel says, hey JC, does it cover impotence? Pretty sure it doesn't. Pretty sure it doesn't. Mercer says, when are you going to Vietnam, or are you hanging Thailand for a while? And yes, snow and ice in neck of Ohio. The Vietnam thing is still up in the air, but I may go there on vacation first before I go to, you know, actually live there for a while. Lucky for me, a Philippine expat has made the move to Vietnam. One of the few Philippine expats that I actually trust on information, and I plan to let him stay there for a while and feed me some good information so that I can learn from him and hopefully have a smoother transition. The Jocelyn says, hi from Canada. I'll send your channel to my brother who's been chatting for 3 years with a Thai woman, and he's in love. Good, do it. Do it, man. Randall Payne says, I heard it might be required when visiting Thailand. What exactly is it? I'm not sure what it is, Randall. Green Army said Richard's a good friend. He's a hell of a friend. He's a really good friend. Keith says he just subbed. Thank you, Keith, so much. Welcome to the channel, man. Dan says, do you feel safer in Thailand than the PI? Absolutely. Did you ever get hooked on only using a fork and spoon? Oh, it was so hard for me to eat with chopsticks, man. It was hard. So yeah, fork and spoon is pretty much me. Now, Randall says, heard it might be required when visiting Thailand. He's talking about insurance. The Bureau of Immigration is working on a lot of stuff, and it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't require insurance in the near future and a minimum income, even for tourist visas. That's a law that's on the books, but it's rarely enforced, that you need at least 20,000 baht with you when you come here on a tourist visa. It's just not something that's enforced very much. They were enforcing it at the I don't remember if it was Indonesian or Malaysian border crossing several months ago, 6 months ago to a year ago, and they had to do away with it because they were turning too many backpackers and tourists away because nobody had that kind of money on them. So I don't know if they're enforcing it again or not, but it wouldn't surprise me if they weren't. Again, let me thank everyone that's in the chat, and thank you so much, Gary, for the super chat. Much appreciated. You guys that are in the chat, be sure to hit that warm and fuzzy button, as also known as the like button. It makes me feel good when you guys do that. GTL Mike says, can you recommend an amount to bring on a 2-week visit to Bangkok, then Pattaya, Nightlife with beer, bars, etc.? As much as you can. If you're going to do Nightlife, 2 weeks, you better bring 5 or 6 grand with you USD, because it's going to be much more expensive than you think it is. It gets expensive fast. Richard could probably give you a better idea, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm not able to tell you with absolute certainty because I don't know what your nightlife entails. Fran says, do the Northern Vietnam bike ride. That would be awesome. Keith says, insurance in Thailand cheaper than in the PI. I don't know. It's not cheaper, but it's actual coverage. PI insurance is a little bit different for a non-resident. Fran says, have fun, Keith. Don't go crazy at the bars, etc. I apologize for the background noise, guys. There happens to be a lot of students out here yelling. My apologies. But RU Experience says, all new subs, welcome to Jeremy's channel. We keep the chat PC. Don't do drama here, please, and thank you. Absolutely. RU Experience, absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that. Soka says, for those who are visiting for vacation only, they should get travel and health insurance. That's not a bad idea. Gio says, Bangkok costs more than Pattaya for hotels. I agree. Hey, Ron. Good to see you, buddy. Everybody go check out Ron's channel, Ron Floyd in the chat. He's got a nice little intro to Thailand put together there. Daniel says only bring about 2 grand. I'm going to tell you to bring more because that extra is for emergencies, and you're going to need, if something happens and you get in a fight with a bar girl or you get cracked in the head by an LB with a high heel, you're going to have some issues for sure. Absolutely. George says, hi from Melbourne. It would be good if you could give the exchange rates in your videos. I do from time to time, George, but you have to understand they change every single day. So it's hard for me to give an update every day. I recommend downloading the app XE, or going to xe.com and then downloading their app. That will give you a pretty good exchange rate overall on the daily rates. I'm sure somebody will post it in here in just a few minutes. How do you keep your energy level up? Dan says, try to sleep as much as possible, but caffeine also. Franz gives his opinion on how much money you need. Peace out, D. Mr. Bono says, how safe are the hotel safes? In my opinion, the places I've stayed at have been safe. I've not had anything stolen or taken from a hotel safe at any time, but that's just me. Richard says exchange rates are too depressing right now to mention. Keith says $100 a day USD per day, not including hotel, is good. Okay. Hey, Monger, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Dan says we can still hear. Okay, good. Green Army says hey to Monger. Thanks, Jim. You're welcome, Ron. Anytime, man. UC Monkey. No, we saw giraffes and we saw tigers. We actually had pictures taken with white tigers. We saw crocodiles and we did a whole bunch of stuff. Key says staying at Marriott in Bangkok. Ooh, that would probably be a little expensive. Green Army says hey to, or Monger says hey to Green Army. Daniel says don't know where they get the 5,000 from unless you are staying in the Hilton. Now, it's not just about where you stay, Daniel, or about how much the nightlife is going to cost. If you come here, you need emergency money. And if you're going to do, if you're going to spend $2 or $3 grand anyway on the nightlife for 2 weeks, which is what it's going to take. If you really, really, really want to party with the nightlife, that's what it's going to take. I'm here to tell you, that's what it's going to take. So the extra $2 grand would be for emergency situations, which you would definitely need without any kind of insurance. David Kavanaugh says, hi from Pattaya this morning. Sometimes immigration will want to see the cash when arriving. They can ask up to 20,000 baht now. New law that's come in. Yeah, it's actually, to my understanding, it's not a new law. It's just one that's now being enforced. It's been on the books for a while. But either way, you're right, David. Monger says $2,000 a day is better. That's very true, Monger. Rupert says long time every day for 2 weeks adds up. Yes, I imagine it would. I've never done long time, but I can imagine that it would. Tommy says I did okay on $4,000 for 2 weeks. See, you guys kind of seeing where this is going. Fran says around 31 to 34 baht USD last 6 months. For over the last 6 months, I got you. Keith says $100 per day without hotel would be good. That's reasonable. Mr. Bono says thank you. You're welcome. Fran says is it safe until you act the fool. That's very true. Yeah, if you get what happens if you get really, really drunk and do something really, really stupid and have to go to jail? You're going to need money to get you out, man. Let's see. Jocelyn, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. 100 Thai baht equals 4.1969 Canadian. Okay. Daniel says, Keith spot on. Monger, he says hey to Monger. Everybody's saying hey. Geo, I use 8,000 for 30 days. And always come with most of it. That's a pretty good idea, Gio. That sounds very reasonable, very doable. Those are some seriously doped up tigers. I've heard that, Gordon, but I don't know for sure. That's why I'm going to send it to YouTube first. Randall Payne says, have you had some durian yet? And the answer to that question is no. Ron says, hit that thumbs up button, everyone. I agree, Ron. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy. The Jocelyn is giving some exchange rates. Dan says, say hello, Leona, my girlfriend listening in the background. Hi, Leona, listening in the background. Very much appreciate you being there with Dan, and hope you are enjoying this content as much as we are. Daniel says, I know, mate, that money aside. Gotcha, okay. Fran says, 5,000 is for everything 2 weeks. I've done it 10 times by myself. Every night partying adds up. There you go. Keith Larkin, I was at the Tiger Temple in Kanchanaburi the day before. It was raided and closed for good. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. David says, yes, it's been enforced since I arrived 15 years ago. Only now are they pushing the law. Yeah. That was more my point, David. You're absolutely correct. I agree 100%. That's right, Monger. Never. Soka says the exchange rate changes constantly. Also coming to visit the Kingdom of Thailand. Please leave all attitude at home. I cannot stress that enough. You are absolutely correct, Soka. Leave all your ego and everything else at home. Why does everyone think Thailand is dirt cheap? That is very true, because it's not dirt cheap. It's really not. Keith says, good topics, brother. Thank you so much. Monger says, Wahan, North Pattaya, and 3rd Road Guest-friendly hotels will be added to the map by the weekend. If anybody is interested in a free copy, I'm definitely interested. So I'll definitely have to get a copy of that myself, man. Steve says, go Patriots. Cannot say that I can ever say go Patriots, but if that's your team, more power to them. My team is gone. I'm a Carolina Panthers fan, so no hope for me, bro. Rupert says, exchange rate. I apologize again for the background noise, guys. If you can hear them, I'm so sorry. They are so loud. Rupert says, exchange rates are only going to get worse with the upcoming U.S. stock market crash. Well, that's if it crashes now. In all fairness, that's if it crashes. None of us have a crystal ball and can predict it for sure. Fong says, hi, Jeremy. Drank your coconut yet? Working on it right now, brother. Mr. Bono says in another chat, can you name good hotels in Pattaya? I have a whole playlist on my channel of good hotels to stay at in Pattaya. A whole list. It's called Hotel Reviews. All you gotta do is go to my channel, click on playlist, and there's like 9 hotels there, man. If you want more, I'm happy to give you more, but look at those first. Daniel says, I think he might mean how much for spending on bars and ladies. Yeah. When he said nightlife, that's pretty much how I interpreted it as, and that gets very, very expensive. Like, for example, if you go to a high-end place, like let's say Skyfall, for example, the cheapest that you're going to get out of there, and I'm talking about short time, and the reason I know this is because I'm collecting information to do a series of videos for you guys that will have nothing to do with YouTube that I can put together for you, okay? The reason I've been in and asked prices before, about the minimum you're going to get out at Skyfall for, I mean, just the bare minimum. Any time before midnight is going to be about 7,000 baht. So that includes the bar and your entertainment for the evening. Daniel said, okay, Rupert would sell any stocks you have now and buy gold, silver. I've heard that before. That's probably not bad advice. D. Houston says, is it possible for 2-week vacation for husband and wife and 2 kids from Alabama less than 4K? Yeah, sure, it's possible. Michael Bond, whoever you are, thank you for your contribution. I just saw it via PayPal, so thank you so very much. Let's see. Yeah, you can do it on less than 4K. I'd say, especially for a family. But you need to make sure you have money for emergencies, just in case somebody gets hurt, for sure. Dan says, have you gotten used to riding a motorcycle there yet? How long did it take? Yes, I was actually used to riding one when I came over from the Philippines. I had a Click 125 over there, and I drove that thing all over the northern Luzon, so I had no issues here. Ron says, Jed P. Nong was good for me. Monger me sideways. I don't know what that meant. Steve's laughing at me, and Monger says, can you put the link to the map in your description? Did you send me the link to the map, Monger? Because if you didn't, send it to my Facebook. Even if you did, just send it to my Facebook Messenger again, and I will put it in the live stream or in the description of my video. I'll actually put it in the upload defaults of my videos so that all of them will have, or all of them from this point forward will have a link to your map, sir. I don't mind doing that at all. Dan says Cam Newton is the man. Cam Newton has failed, in my opinion, but he is nonetheless a fantastic athlete. Gio says, don't bring your kids to Pattaya. Well, you know. And Richard agrees with that. Mr. Bono says, cool, I will. Sean, hello, Sean. Good to see you, man. Randall Payne says, Cha-am, north of Hua Hin, cheaper hotels. That's true. A.M. Nat says, is there any place in the Philippines that is comparable to Pattaya at all? I might go, but I'm not sure to go there. Only Angeles, Walking Street in Angeles would be comparable to Pattaya, and some of the city of Angeles, but not the whole city. It's not like Pattaya. And there's, you know, frankly, in my opinion, Walking Street in Angeles is a waste of money. I've been there, and it's, you know, Angeles City in general is just not it's not the vacation destination for tourists that you would think it would be. But you're welcome to watch plenty of videos on Angeles. There are many other things to do there besides nightlife. And you're welcome to watch videos on Angeles. I have a few on my channel if you want to see those. Okay, Monger, I got your bit.ly link, and I will post it in the description of this video and the ones from this point forward. Nat Palan says hello to you. Sean says you both are producing good videos now. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Nat Palan says I'm from Thailand. Awesome, man. What are you doing? I am waiting on my first class to start. Come with me. Yeah, I don't know what that means. David says you should interview my buddy who owns 24 bars, nearly all on Soy 6. He's cool and always does interviews. David, you got a deal. You tell him that I want to interview him and set it up, and I will be more than happy to do that. That would be awesome, actually. Richard says, hey, Stephen K., why you not say hello to me at Beefeaters? Stephen K., what's up, brother? It was good to see you this weekend, and glad to meet you in person finally, shake your hand. Sorry I didn't have more time to talk to you, man, but we already talked about that. Kyle says, hey, Jeremy, good day to you. Hey, Kyle, good to see you, buddy. Fran's averaging around $200 to $250 a night for full entertainment till morning. That's not bad. Richard Stephen K says, I think I was starstruck. That's funny. That's hilarious. Rupert says the Night Wish group at David Kavanaugh. I'm not sure what that means. I don't follow. I'm sorry. Ron says hotel and Wahen, Jeremy. Which hotel, Ron? You guys got me confused. I'm a little lost in the comments. I'm sorry. Bless you. You are welcome, sir. And that was to Monger. Fong says, with this currency exchange rate in favor of bots, the tourism to Thailand will be in decline. Hopefully, beer plus hotel prices will drop. The tourism is in decline. There's no question about it. They tried to give me $1,000 or a 1,000 baht ticket for going the wrong way on Walking Street the other day. I did a video about it. 1,000 baht. I went and talked to the supervisor, the traffic supervisor in Pattaya, and was very, very nice to him. Even showed him some of my YouTube videos, and he reduced it to 200 baht. Very, very nice. I went in there with a very humble attitude, very grateful attitude. Told him how much I come to the city, told him how much I loved it. But this was the second week in a row I'd got a ticket that I thought was unfair, and I would just like for him to at least hear my side of the story. He was more than happy to, and he reduced the ticket to 200 baht, which I was happy to pay. Daniel says, that place where you live, you should get yourself a horse. No, man, it's not that far out. Green Army says, I want the map. It's coming. I'll put it in the description. Ozzy, what's up, my man? Ty says, I'm back. Good. Glad you're back. Fran says, I want to go to Beefeaters, Smoking Joe's, and Hops for pork, knuckle. Also, Bronx Pizza Food Fest. Richard, I don't know about you, man, but I think we can do all those. Because those are some of our favorite places. Soka says, burger lady drinks cost more than Coca-Cola and coconut water. Unless you're like JC, bar hopping, it's costly. That's very true. I bar hop very cheap because I only buy Coke, and rarely ever do I buy a lady drink unless she's just somebody that I consider to be special in some way, and I just want to sit down and talk to her. For example, there was a girl that was with I was with Richard, and we went in a go-go, essentially is what it was, and she is a showgirl, and she's a dancer, a real dancer, and I bought her a drink to get to know her a little bit, and probably will go back and buy her another drink to get to know her a little bit more, because she was very nice, very fun to have a conversation with. You know, she wasn't trying to play me or use me or any of that stuff. It was just, I told her, I want to buy you one drink. I just want to get to know you. I come in and see your shows every once in a while. She was completely okay with that, and she was very, very nice. So just because that's what I want to emphasize, guys. Just because you go in these places, right, doesn't mean you're mongering. All right, it doesn't make you a bad person because you go in and enjoy the show. I mean, that's just silly. Ozzy says, Thailand question for you folks. Can I bring my own cigars and smoke them in Thailand and Pattaya? That is a good question. I do not know. David says, what they mean to say is don't take your kids to Soy 6 or Walking Street. I've lived there 15 years. Don't go to bars. Got 2 kids over 12. Gotcha, man. At the bars, Ozzy's asking, good question. Gio says 8,000 to 12,000 girls, 2,500 food, 2,000 shopping per day, party like a rock star. That's probably true. Richard says, Franz, you're supposed to be our health consultant. That's funny. Kyle says, thanks for the response. I'm going to be teaching English in Vietnam. Very cool. Have a great day, Jeremy. You too, Kyle. And let me know, please let me know on this channel how teaching in Vietnam is. I would love to hear about it. I've heard so many different stories. Rupert says, I see their logo on Kev and Thailand's videos. He said the guy owns 20 bars. I put 2 and 2 together. That's interesting. John's talking to Richard. Greetings from Russia. Greetings to you. I cannot pronounce your name, but greetings to you from Russia. Pattaya is not crowded at all at the moment. That's very true. Ron says, sorry, Jeremy Monger was asking about Wahan hotels. I told him I stayed at the JP Nong. Oh, okay. Hotel was 32 a night. Gotcha, man. No problem. I just got confused. No worries. Fabe says, good morning. Good morning to you, Fabe. Good to see you. David says, yes, Brian Flowers is my friend and owns Nightwish. They're aiming for 65 bars in the next year. That's what Rupert means. Oh, cool, man. Awesome. By all means, David, I would love to interview him. Would love to. Greg says, damn, getting in here really late. Good day, sir. It's okay, man. Wow, we've been on for 51 minutes. Good Lord. I got to get moving here. Ty says, hey, Ron. He's talking to Ron. Gordon says, I honestly can't see how a strong bot is bad for Thai people. Only Farang whine about it. Well, it's not bad for Thai people, not at all. And nobody, we're not whining about it. I'm certainly not whining about it. I love the country. Cost of living is still cheaper than it is in my home country. I would just, like anybody else, I would love for the baht to be a little weaker or the dollar to be a little stronger so that I get more out of my money and it stretches further, but no complaints. David says, what camera are you using for your YouTube channel on here now? This is cell phone. I usually record with a Canon M50. Tytastic says, is mongering bad then? My mother was a fishmonger. I personally don't have a problem with the whole mongering thing. I mean, you do what you do, right? We're all individuals. Who am I to judge you? You know, I was a drug addict for 10 years. If people judge me based on my past or whatever, and thought that's who I mean, I don't judge people. I don't judge people unless I have very, very, very good reason to judge you. Hi, Ramjet. Good to see you, man. Love to see your screen name pop up. Richard says, strong bot keeps tourists out. Do the local Thais suffer because nobody in town spending money? See, Richard brings up a very good point. Gio says, no, you can't bring cigars past customs. Monger says, did someone call me? Fong says, are you going to go to other islands soon? Yes. I like island hopping in Pattaya instead of spending much more money in Phuket. Save it for massage and bar. I agree. Dan says, listen up, guys. You were genuine when you complimented her. A woman will notice that and will remember you for that. That's very true. That happened with me with the girl I was talking about. Ron says, I stay confused. I hear you, brother. What it do, Brother Monger? Chuggalug says, Montreal, good morning, Alonzo. What's up, Alonzo? How are you, man? Watching Super Bowl in Pattaya? I doubt it. I probably have to work. Less tourism means lower prices. That may be true, Gio. I'm not a economics expert. Ozzy says, Richard, you know the answer to my cigar question. Okay. David says, are you a teacher in Rayong or Satahip? I am a teacher near Pattaya, David. Steve says, JC, be safe. Prob not, Ozzy. Only a couple of open air bars allow cigars. Gio says most go-go's are non-smoking. That's true. Jonathan said, or Mr. Bono says, might need a late pass for class. I hear you, man. Craig, thank you, brother, for the contribution. Very, 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 very much appreciated. Hey, bro, been sick, missed the streams. Hope all is well. Yeah, everything's well, man. Thanks, Craig. Really appreciate that, brother, very much. And certainly hope you're feeling better, man. Certainly hope you're feeling better. Craig is a major contributor to this channel, and I'm not just talking about financially. He's just a contributor in general, and I appreciate him very much. Ozzy says, thanks for the answer. You're welcome. AM says, the Thais don't judge people, and you are the people that are interested in Thais and their culture. Argument over. There you go. More ladies soon, Jeremy. Hopefully. We got some on the books to travel with us to a place we're going this weekend, which is not an island. So hopefully. Ozzy says Airbnb or hotel room. That's entirely at your discretion, man. Ozzy says, what's better to rent? Again, that's your discretion. Keith Ball saw another recent video from Phuket. Very slow there too. Was Thailand a fad like a members only jacket? I don't think it's a fad. I just think well, my opinion is irrelevant, really. Cal says, I also plan on visiting Thailand and Pattaya. Maybe I'll look you up and we can enjoy some coconut water. Absolutely, I'm always down for coconut water and meeting new people, Kyle, so look me up. Monger says, you are in Chonburi province, then not Chonburi city. Someone asked earlier. I am in somewhere near Pattaya. That's where I'm at. Guys, the reason I don't give away my location is because if somebody comes online and they start telling people my address and that kind of thing, then it's doxing, and doxing is illegal. So that's why I don't tell people exactly where I live, and it's also for my security. I hope you guys understand. Gordon says it costs 5 times more to have a holiday in Hawaii. Outrageous prices don't seem to affect tourism there. You got a point. Lonzo says, hey, Jeremy, you ever think of starting some sort of tourist business? Can't do it. It's illegal. I wish I could, or I definitely would. Soka says there's another vlogger from North Carolina who lives south of Phuket. Says low tourist this time. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I met him in person. He's a big vlogger over here. I saw the video. He talks about that. Ramjet, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate the contribution, man. Appreciate it very, very much. It goes a long way, guys. It goes a long, long, long way. And just for you guys that don't know, every penny that's donated to this channel goes entirely into equipment and or transportation costs for this channel. And I truly appreciate it. Fong says, when you start taking a walk at Soy 6 and 7, meet Adam Judd at his bar. Okay, I'll look into that. Ramjet says, keep the channel strong. Thanks to people like you, I can do that. David says, Brian from Nightwish is going to log on here to say hi. Okay, well, Brian has got to hurry because I'm about to wrap it up. I got a class in not too long from now. And if he can't get me on the live stream to say hi, that's cool. He can always hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Monger says the guy who owns Pattaya Central Tourism Business is Australian. Maybe it's in his girlfriend's wife's name. I would imagine it is. And if I had the opportunity, look, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, guys. Richard and I are working on a lot of stuff, and we have a lot of different ideas. If we could find some kind of tourism business to start here in Thailand and abroad, I'm sure that we would come up with something, but we would need Thais to help us do that. So generally the rule is for every farang you have to have 4 Thai employees. So if Richard were to become a part of this business, we would need 8 Thai employees. Just can't afford that right now. I'm gonna call you AA because I can't pronounce your name. Nice glasses. How much did it cost? They were very, very cheap. Very cheap. I don't remember exactly. Give me your Facebook then. My Facebook is my name, David. Jeremy Clodfelter, and you want to pick the Facebook, not the fan page, pick the other one, the one that's got me with like a green shirt on it, and I have a camera under my chin with the microphone. But thank you for doing the In Touch thing. I really appreciate that. Ron wants you to hit the thumbs up, and that would be nice. Gio says hotels are better. They have check-in, which take like 15 minutes. They speak English. Airbnb, no check-in. You got to call the owner when you get there. Speak bad English. You make a good point, Gio. Alonzo says to the other guy, I'm getting a pair of those glasses when I go. Thanks for the compliment. Kyle says, have a great day, Jeremy. Looking forward to seeing more great videos. Me too. I'm looking forward to making them. Monger says, so for the record, people, yes, you can have a business in Thailand and in tourism. I'm very interested in talking to you about that, Monger, so perhaps you and I will have to talk offline, because I'm really interested in talking to you about that. Big C, good morning from Isan, and I'm sorry, but we're about to close it down, but good morning to you, sir. I appreciate you joining in. Green Army says, tell your class about fast time at Ridgemont High. They would probably like that. AM says, Jeremy, have you ever considered starting a Patreon? Yes. I've considered it, but let's see, I'm sure there are many people that would contribute a couple dollars a month to see more. If I start a Patreon, it's probably going to be like more of a $12 to $15 one-tier Patreon, and it's going to give you access to like stuff that is actually valuable. It's not just there for contribution purposes. It's to give you additional content. I started a Patreon that lasted for, I think, 2.5 weeks. Back in April, and I got several Patreons, but they were all refunded their money because I simply did not have the time, nor did I understand fully that if you want a true Patreon audience, you need to be able to give them something more than what you give on YouTube. And I don't really want to deprive my YouTube audience of information, but at the same time, I want to be able to give the guys in Patreon something more than what I give people here on YouTube. So when I figure out what that line is, I will start a Patreon. Great question, AM. David says, we'll add you now. Done. I know everyone here after 15 years. I think I know a little bit. That's great, David. Thank you so much. Much appreciated, man. The more people I meet in Pattaya, the better. The scary pick, Zoka said, yeah, I know. Dan says, thanks for your time. Now get to work so you can pay those bills. Yeah, I got to go. Ozzy, I'll see you then, brother. We'll cross paths for sure. Zoka says, still have fees. PayPal is better. PayPal is a better way to go for sure. That link is also in the description. You can copy and paste it into a new window if it doesn't work. Tommy, you have a great day. This group rocks. Oh, by the way, speaking of group rocking, we had a conflict this morning in the Facebook group. If you're a member of the Facebook group, I want you to go over to the Facebook group after this show's over, and I want you to watch true conflict resolution at its finest. Two of the guys in there stepped up as men, apologized to each other, and moved forward. And it has been an amazing, amazing experience to watch those guys get mad at each other and then get over it. And that is what that Facebook group is all about. It's not about conflict. It's not about drama. We help each other, and we are a tight-knit community, and those guys did a great job of coming together with each other. Thanks, Tom. You have a good one, man. Thanks for the guidance on the degree. I'm considering, oh my God, parapsychology. Michael says, what's your transportation? I have a PCX LED 150. Does Patreon charge you a fee? Yes. Patreon is a way for creators to make money. Alonzo says, Monger give a class on mongerology. He probably would. Max Cash, hey champ. Thanks, Max. Green Army says, will do. And where's the bike vid? I'll eventually get to it when Richard leaves. Right now, Richard's here, and I'm trying to shoot as much content with him as possible. So you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. I am out of here because I'm going to run late if I don't. And I just want to tell you all, thank you so much. Thank you to Craig and Gary and anyone else, Ramjet, that monetarily donated via Super Chat. and the other guy through PayPal. Can't remember the name right off the top of my head, but you know who you are. Thank you so very much for all of your contributions. Hit that like button before you leave, guys. Look for videos, some live walking and talking live streams for me and Richard this weekend, and we are going to do our best to bring you some amazing content, guys. Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Alonzo. Thank you guys so much for being here.